time player to record the screen. I think it's work.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So today I want to discuss with you the application of Logic Pro X in the teaching of piano impromptu accompaniment in colleges and universities. Uh, with the gradual penetration of computers into all fields of social life, the traditional ways of music creation, music performance, and music education are changing. The use of computer technology in music teaching in colleges and universities has become the norm. So piano impromptu accompaniment is an important course, I think. So how to keep pace with the times and use modern computer music technology to improve classroom teaching quality and students' learning efficiency has become the problem of my research. So I explained the application of music production software Logic Pro X in piano impromptu accompaniment teaching from two aspects, mobilizing multi-dimensional sensory experience and promoting discipline integration. Hmm. Logic Pro X is a music production software developed by Apple. It has the functions of composition, recording, editing, sound repair, and mixing. The software comes with a large number of plugins and sound effects. It is a rich sound resource library. Notes can be easily entered, stored, and changed with a mouse or an external MIDI keyboard. The input note signal can be used as a trigger to trigger a variety of timbres flexibly. Notes can be presented in many forms such as MIDI signal bar, staff, chord mark, and so on. The memory in piano performance needs to be completed through the synergy of the player's hearing, vision, and touch, as well as the impromptu accompaniment. Research shows that the human body can remember 15% of the content by hearing alone and 25% by vision alone, but 65% by combining hearing and vision. Using this software can fully mobilize the joint action of multiple senses such as hearing, vision, and touch, help students experience the actual sound effect of chord and melody matching uh, accurately accurately understand and remember the structure of chord and directly connect the distance between chord sounds displayed and on the computer screen with the distance between fingers when playing. Through the synergy of multi-dimensional senses, students can improve the effect of understanding and mastering knowledge points. So, Logic Pro X software can visually present the pitch, time value, and the strength of notes through the MIDI signal bar in the piano rolling shot window, so as to visualize these three important music elements. After playing, the player can not only selectively replay the sound of played music segment, but also through the length and the color of the MIDI signal bar, clearly see the time value and strength of the notes played. The playing strength is clearly distinguished by the multi-layer gradient color from green to red in the software, and is automatically quantified into numbers. In the software, the playing time value can be quantified to half beat, quarter beat, or even smaller time value units through the enlarged grid in the piano rolling shot window. The quantification of strength and time value can help students fully understand the advantages and the disadvantages of their playing, and the gap between their playing strength and time value and the ideal playing effect, so as to effectively set short-term goals and improve practice efficiency. The synergy of touch, vision, and hearing promotes the player's perception of musical elements such as chord structure, time value, and strength. So Logic Pro X software can input sound parts separately by check and output one or more sound parts in parallel or play them in combination. The sound source library of software not only contains the complete sound color of symphony, folk music, and electronic music, but also can be implanted into other external sound source to fully meet the auditory needs of users. Realize the richer auditory experience from the sound color combination of musical instruments, and intuitively show the sound effect when melody and accompaniment appear and combine independently. In my interview and investigation, I found that when listening to the timbre of national instruments, students majoring in folk music have a higher recognition of single melody and chord than listening to Western orchestra. Similarly, when listening to Western orchestra instruments, students majoring in Western music have a better recognition of single uh, melody and chord than folk music. So therefore, I think that during playing practice, students can set the track to their familiar musical instruments. For example, students majoring in folk music set the melody track to Chinese instrument erhu and the accompaniment track to dulcimer. This rich and diverse auditory experience can not only enhance students' understanding and the memory of the musical expression of chords, but also stimulate students' subjective initiative to try to create independently. In the specific teaching practice, the following practice step can be used. In the practice with melody accompaniment, students can create two independent tracks each time they uh, complete the improvisation with melody. One is melody track and the other is accompaniment track. Copy the melody MIDI signal bar in the first playing track to the new melody track, and then copy the style MIDI signal bar to the new style track. When the melody and the accompaniment are assigned to two different tracks, the timbre of the melody track can be arbitrarily changed to any other instrument so as to completely distinguish the timbre of the main melody part from the accompaniment part and feel the actual sound effect of the accompaniment. By changing the combination of musical instruments, we can realize rich and changeable auditory experience. In the practice without melody accompaniment, you can first play the input melody part and convert into any suitable instrument timbre. While playing the melody part, play the non-melody accompaniment with both hands on the piano accompaniment track. Through the simultaneous presentation of the timbre of three voice parts, we can realize more real-time, three-dimensional, and realistic auditory perception. The above two methods improve the disadvantages of boring and repetitive traditional practice, improve students' interest in learning, and are beneficial to the improvement of practice effect. According to the law of sensory synergy, multiple senses work together on memory activities, and its effect is far better than using one sense alone. So Logic Pro X software can fully mobilize a student's multiple sensory experience so as to promote the understanding and the memory of knowledge, effectively make up for the shortcomings of the ineffective combination of theoretical harmony and keyboard harmony teaching and the disconnection between theory and practice in traditional teaching, and achieve better teaching effect than using a single science officer for repeated practice in traditional classroom. The second point is promote the combination of theory and practice. In the arrangement of impromptu accompaniment, choosing the correct chord for the main melody occupies the most basic position, which determines whether the accompaniment and the main melody can be integrated together. The choice of the chord that is most appropriate for the main melody and the emotional expression of the song plays a very important role in determining the auditory perception brought by the harmonic color to the audience and the direction of the emotional expression of the song. Therefore, the proper use of harmony directly affects the purpose, rationality, and perfection of accompaniment arrangement of the whole song. Therefore, the teaching of harmony theory and the keyboard harmony fundamentally determines the quality of impromptu accompaniment teaching. In the teaching practice, I found that some students can try out the chord integrated with the main melody on the keyboard through hearing because of their weak harmony foundation, but they cannot quickly or even correctly judge the chord nature, which makes it difficult to summarize the correct idea and the methods into a theoretical system, so that the correct accompaniment is always in the state of continuation. This will affect the practice efficiency and the learning effect. To solve this problem, Logic Pro X, this software can automatically display the name of any chord after students play it, which is conducive to students with weak harmonic foundation to identify chords, constantly consolidate their memory of chord structure in practice, and sonorize the harmonic theory. During practice, the distance between the sound block in the piano rolling shot window and the finger distance during playing can be linked together, and the chord structure can be closely combined with the playing hand position. At the same time, intuitively connects the harmony color with the chord nature and gradually improve the student's listening ability, which is also helpful to the learning of solfeggio and ear training. The use of Logic Pro X software can not only promote the close combination and complementary of harmony theory and accompaniment practice, but also training listening and the same time, and improve the teaching effect of solfeggio and hearing ear training, so as to promote the combination of theory and practice, and greatly optimize the teaching results. Yeah. So with the information of education development, the use of computer software in teaching has become an inevitable trend. From the two aspects of using sensory synergy and promoting the combination of theory and practice, I analyzed the promoting effect of Logic Pro X software on impromptu accompaniment teaching and the specific use methods in the teaching process, and help the future impromptu accompaniment teaching practice, so as to meet the new requirements of the current era for piano impromptu accompaniment course, so as to improve students' impromptu accompaniment ability for efficiently. Yeah, actually I can show you guys the Logic X, Logic Pro X. Um, yeah. Yeah, firstly we delete this thing. Yeah, so this window will come down when the project is empty, and we can create a software instrument. Yeah, and here we find the temporal list. Yeah, for example, we put in a piano. So and Command and K, the computer MIDI keyboard uh, will appear, and you can press button to play song. Yeah, but usually we use external MIDI keyboard. It's more convenient, especially for impromptu accompaniment. So that's all. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Stop your recording.
Oh yeah. Okay.